Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the YouTube channel. It's your boys, Josh,
Dylan,
and together we are
Bearded Bros Wrestling.
We just got done watching AEW's pay-per-view All Out, completing the weekend, completing the week of a video every single day, and it's been a busy.
Today should be the last one till Wednesday. So
yeah, it's been a very busy, really a very busy 2 weeks for us with All In, All Out, Payback, all that.
All the videos in the
So yeah, all the quizzes. Go check out our quizzes. Go check out everything that we offer on our channel. Go check out our live streams. We had my cousin Robert join us for All Out, and that was really fun.
Very entertaining.
It was entertaining. Yeah,
I did my first intro. I'm very proud of myself.
Yeah, Dylan started off the show because I was cooking some rotel, which was fire, by the way.
We had a substitute Robert right there.
Yeah. So yeah, go check out all of our content. Go check out our merchandise. And yeah, I mean, just a lot of stuff to check out on the channel. But with that being said, let's get right into these matches. I honestly, I didn't expect there to be any matches on the pre-show.
Me either.
But it turned out there was 3.
Within an hour.
Yeah. So with that being said, we're just going to run through those like super quick. We started off with the Battle Royal. The winner got $50,000 to give to a charity of their choice, which Hangman Adam Page won. I think this kind of was just, to get Hangman involved on the card some way, which he, good, bro?
The Coke got me, but it was barely open because somebody dropped them.
Yeah. Not me, I didn't drop them, but they dropped themselves.
Yeah, because the way you open the box.
True.
Look at this.
But anyways, guys, Hangman, he ended up giving to some kind of teachers organization, which makes sense because he used to be a teacher. But yeah, I mean, it was fine. It was a typical Battle Royal. Nothing really too spectacular. I gave it 2.5 stars.
Yeah, about 2.75.
Yeah, so I mean, it wasn't really.
He did his job.
Yeah,
something to get our attention.
Right.
Give us something to watch.
Give us something to watch.
Instead of being like WWE where they just talk the whole pre-show.
Right.
It's very annoying.
And then there was another match. It was a 6-woman tag team match, which saw Sky Blue, Willow Nightingale, and Hikaru Shida teaming up to take on Athena, Mercedes Martinez, and Diamante. It was okay. I mean, there wasn't really anything that stood out to me. It was fine.
Willow was good.
Huh?
Willow was good.
Yeah, Willow was good. Sky Blue's good. Athena's good. I mean, Sheeta's good. I mean, most of the people in this match are really good. It ended. How did it end? Sky Blue did her finishing move and got the win. I gave it.
That was like 6 hours ago. I don't know.
Yeah, it was a while ago, but I gave it 2.25 stars. Again, nothing really spectacular. It did its job. It filled space for the pre-show just to pass time.
I don't remember what rating I gave it.
Fair enough.
So we'll go with that.
2.25?
Sure.
Fair enough. And then the final match on the pre-show was the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn taking on that big old Scene
guy.
Yeah.
The basketball player that just went poof to the ball.
Yeah. And then it was Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal, and Dennis Rodman was here.
He got involved for a little bit.
Yeah, it was fun. The Acclaimed won, which they should have. They just won the Trios tag titles.
With them nice new belts.
Yeah, with the pink.
Since they got them their own personal belt, expect them to hold the belts for a while.
Yeah, I think they'll hold it for a little while. I think it'll be a nice reign. I gave this match 2.75 stars. Once again, it was just kind of there.
2.5.
It was fun.
It was entertaining.
Yeah, it was
entertaining.
It's the Acclaimed.
They're going to be entertaining.
Yeah, Dennis Rodman got involved, so I mean, it was fine. But with that being said, let's get into the main card because I'm pretty sure that's what everybody pretty much cares about anyway.
First off, if we seem a little out of it, a lot of stuff happened tonight during our live stream in our town.
Oh yeah.
It was crazy today. A lot going on.
Yeah.
So forgive us.
Yeah. Little hostage situation going on in town.
Just the FBI coming to the middle of nowhere where we live.
Yeah. So chainsaws involved, and shooting,
stabbings,
car wrecks, all kinds. I mean, literally all kinds of stuff going on in town.
All within the stream.
Yeah, it all happened during the live stream.
We're just out here chilling, watching wrestling.
Yeah, so guys, if you would send your thoughts and prayers over this way.
But apparently our town needs it.
To Grenada, because we need it. But anyways, with that being said, excuse me. The main card.
You're good.
Jesus. Can we edit that out?
The most
No.
chaotic video we have ever recorded.
We will not edit that out, Josh.
He keeps talking.
It started off with the ROH television title on the line.
No.
Is that not?
Adam Cole.
Adam Cole and MJF started it off, didn't they?
Oh crap! Jesus, I skipped too far. Yes, yes,
You're the one that
Yes.
took notes, Josh.
yes. The main card started with the ROH tag team titles on the line. MJF and Adam Cole versus the Dark Order. I don't have a whole lot of kind of notes for this match. I know, MJF got hurt. He was selling his neck a good bit.
Taken out of the match.
Yeah, he got carried to the back. He came while he was gone. I think it was while he was gone. The Dark Order hit the double clothesline
Yeah.
on Adam Cole, and I actually kind of thought they were going to win.
I did.
At that point, it was a really good near fall. But then MJF came back. He hit the kangaroo kick,
Of
which,
course.
by the way, I've got to get that shirt. And then
Fear the Rue.
Fear the Rue. That was great, dude. Robert.
I love Robert, man.
Yeah, dude. And then Adam Cole, MJF hit the double clothesline. They got the win. I gave the match 3.25. It was entertaining.
I gave it 3.
Yeah, I thought it was fine. It was good. And of
Good
course,
opening match.
Yeah, and they can continue the story of the friendship of Adam Cole and MJF.
But after the match, that's where it got interesting.
We'll talk about it.
When he was going up the ramp, we came out
Oh yeah, Samoa Joe.
for
Yeah,
his match, and he did a little shoulder bump to MJF,
That's
about
right.
knocked him off the ramp.
that's right. And then MJF came down to the ring, beat up Samoa Joe a little bit. They had to be separated. MJF actually made a post in reference to when Joe was in NXT.
I'm not the same kid I was in Brooklyn, with some other choice words.
Yeah, but from whenever Joe was making his entrance and shoved MJF like against the wall or whatever. So I guess we're going to be getting that feud now,
Which is going to be great.
Which is going to be great.
The
Yeah.
promo work and the wrestling
Oh,
is
yeah.
going to be fantastic.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And that transitioned into now it's the ROH TV title.
There we go. You got there.
It was Samoa Joe versus my boy Shane Taylor, and obviously Samoa Joe won this match.
The big old.
He always
man.
was. But I was really happy to see Shane Taylor getting some exposure.
Yeah, because I've
on
never
the
seen him
bigger
before.
stage.
I didn't know who he was.
And he actually had a good show.
Yeah, he was great.
It was two big men just hitting each other, and yeah, I mean Shane Taylor had some good spots in it. He hit that big splash from the top or middle rope. Was it the middle rope or top rope? I think it was the middle rope.
Sure.
But I thought this match was fine. It ended with Joe putting him in the Coquino clutch, and Shane Taylor tapped out. I gave this match 3 stars. I thought
2.75.
Yeah, I thought
It wasn't
it
good as a tag team match, but it was still good.
Yeah, well, I agree. And then I gave the tag match 3.25.
We both went 2.25 down.
So I thought it was good. I thought it was fun. Joe got the win. They set up a feud moving forward for Joe versus MJF, and who knows when we'll get that? We might get it maybe on Dynamite. We might get it later on down the road. I don't know. But with that being said, the next match was the TNT title between Darby Allin and Christian Cage. I mean Luchasaurus. And this was a fun match actually. I enjoyed this match, even though we both picked Darby
Yeah.
to win.
We weren't we weren't upset either way.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
We
fine.
just figured what they were going to do is let
Right.
Darby win, so Luchasaurus, Christian Cage can have their little feud.
Right, but they'll probably still transition into that feud eventually.
Yeah.
I think they might just let it build a little bit
And
longer.
it might be more of the Luchasaurus, like, hey, that's my title. I'm tired of you taking it from me.
Yeah. The first thing that really stood out to me was when Luchasaurus swung Darby into those steel steps,
Yeah.
and then he placed the steel steps on top of Darby's body.
You know he's taken that spot before.
And who, Darby?
Yes. With Keith Lee and Orange Cassidy walking up the steps.
Oh, really?
Need some gum.
Thank you.
Darby's going to be crippled by the time he's 40.
No, most definitely, dude. But yeah, I mean, Luchasaurus walked up the steps and it
just
was
kind of like
absolutely
stood
brutal.
there bouncing on him for a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah,
And I thought Darby was going to have no legs.
for real. No back.
Because the one side was on his back, so there wasn't much room under the steps for Darby's lower half.
Yeah. And then I remember Darby hit that swanton off the top rope to Luchasaurus, who was like, he was sitting in a chair
On the outside.
on the outside of the ring. That was a really cool spot. And then Darby hit a sunset flip from the top rope for a very near fall that I thought he was actually going to get the win. But Luchasaurus kicked out. Lucha then hit 2 tombstones, and then he hit a snake eyes, followed up with a clothesline for the 1-2-3.
Well, the snake eyes weren't just normal snake eyes. He had him in a tombstone and flipped him up into the snake eyes.
Yeah.
It was. I loved it.
Yeah, it was a good match, and I gave it 3.75.
3.5.
And wow. So I thought it was fun.
And this is about the time we learned about all the drama going on in town.
Yeah. But then next was 2 big meaty men slapping man meat. We had Powerhouse Hobbs versus Miro. Early on, it was kind of that story of like the power struggle. They locked up, and
Then it just
who's
came about meat.
stronger. The main notes that I have for this match revolved around the fans.
Every punch.
The fans started chanting "slap that meat" at one point.
Every time they would punch each other, be
They
meat.
started exchanging blows, and the fans would chant "meat" every time they hit. And then instead of chanting "fight forever,"
Meat forever.
they started chanting "meat forever." Instead of chanting "holy schnizzle," they started chanting "holy meat."
The fans were great.
"Meat is awesome" chants happened. But yeah, this was a fantastic match. I thought it was good. Again, hard hitting, very similar to the Joe and Shane Taylor match, except for I think actually these two kind of took it up a level.
Yeah.
And they shook hands afterwards, but then Hobbs jumped Miro from behind. And who showed up, Dylan?
Well, I don't know what her name is now on the show,
Right.
but his wife, Miro's wife, showed up,
Yeah.
and he was not happy. Apparently.
Yeah.
She came out with a chair and hit Powerhouse Hobbs in the back, and he just kind of like stood up.
Yeah.
So she threw it down, and he was about to hit her, and Miro hit him with the chair, and Powerhouse Hobbs rolled out of the ring, and then Miro just looked at her like, "Why are you here?"
Yeah. Also, noteworthy to add that during this point, the fans were cheating "beat that meat."
And then kissed that meat.
Yeah. So this crowd was eating this match up, and I love it.
Like it was meat.
So yeah.
We didn't mention who won,
Oh yeah, Miro won.
surprisingly.
Yeah, I actually had Powerhouse Hobbs
Same.
winning it, but I'm fine either way. I like both guys. Both of them needed a win, so I'm okay with this.
I'm guessing you gave it 3.5?
No,
Oh, wow.
I gave it 4.
I gave it 3.25.
I gave it 4 stars. I thought it was a good match.
Well, if I count the crowd, I'd give it more.
I was going to say, I think the crowd added a lot to this match, and that's why I gave it 4 stars.
Yeah. The match itself,
The match
without
itself,
the
I
crowd.
would probably say would be like 3.5.
Yeah, exactly.
But counting in all factors, I gave it 4 stars. I thought it was a fun match. I wonder if she's gonna go by Lana
Probably CJ Perry.
or if she's gonna go by CJ Perry.
Probably CJ Perry.
So we'll see moving forward. But next was Ruby Soho versus Chris Statlander, and that was for the TBS Championship, wasn't it? This was another good match. I actually really enjoyed this match.
All I remember from is the ending.
I remember Statlander. She hit a power slam on top.
I remember her gear too.
Yeah,
Her gear was very suggestive,
yeah.
and not in the way you would think.
Yeah, it what was on her gear looked really, really similar to something else.
He had 3 points. 2 were here, and 1 was over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, about that length there.
So, I thought this was a good match. I remember Statlander hitting a power slam from the top. Ruby hit a reverse Rana, and then followed up with a tornado DDT that got a very near fall. And then Chris Statlander hit a really, really pretty Blue Thunder Bomb.
Oh yeah, Blue Thunder Bomb.
Onto Ruby.
It was like on her leg too. It was from the top rope.
Yeah,
Like, Ruby landed on Chris Statlander's leg.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was bad.
Yeah, and then Ruby hit Destination Unknown, and I thought Ruby was about to win, but Chris Statlander kicked out. Huge false finish, and then Saraya got involved, and so did Toni Storm. Which, by the way, I just want to say this: Toni Storm is so fine. She is so fine.
Toni Storm got involved against Ruby Soho. Ruby Soho was about to do the little spray thing to Chris Statlander while Saraya had the referee distracted. Toni Storm grabbed the spray out of her hand.
She literally ran
behind Saraya, in front of the referee.
Right in front of the referee. But we'll suspend our belief. Chris Statlander retained. I gave this match also 4 stars.
Yeah, but 3.5.
I thought it was a good match. I thought it was fun.
The only reason I gave 3.5 was the story.
Yeah. The wrestling was good.
The wrestling was great.
Yeah. But next was the match of the night.
I had to go back and re-watch this match because I had to leave during this match to go get some energy drinks.
Boy. Ricky Starks versus Bryan Danielson.
That was rough.
In the strap match.
This ain't for the faint of heart, folks.
I'm gonna just say this: if you don't like blood, if you don't like those kind of
Brutality.
matches that are kind of hard to watch, this one won't be for you. But if you do like those kind of matches,
You'll love it.
need to go watch this match. It was
This match was John Moxley to shame. John Moxley's nothing compared to this match. Hey, did John Moxley bleed the night?
No, but John Moxley had skewers in his head.
If they had skewers, they would have done it.
Probably. But Ricky Steamboat was on commentary. Bryan Danielson came out to Final Countdown, which will always be a highlight for me. At first, Ricky Starks refused to get the strap put on him.
He ran around the ring checking his pulse for
Yeah,
some reason.
yeah. I think he was just getting warmed up, and then he got back in the ring and beat the dog crap out of Bryan Danielson before they put the strap on his wrist.
Before he got the strap on his wrist, he made Bryan Danielson bleed.
Yeah, he busted. Yeah, he grabbed his weight belt, which looked a lot like Cody Rhodes's, except for it had Starks written on it.
Same color and everything.
Yeah, but he wrapped it around his arm, hit him with the buckle, busted Bryan Danielson open, and just from that point on, it was just absolute brutality.
If y'all watch Daniel Bryan in the Royal Rumble, his chest was light compared to this match.
Yeah. They slapped each other with the strap so much. I remember Bryan Danielson had Ricky Starks in the Tree of Woe. At first he was beating on his back, brutal. And then Ricky kind of like fell down, so Brian wrapped it around his neck and started choking him.
Pulled him down.
Yeah, and he was like pulling him kind of to the side too.
And stretched Ricky Starks, and like there was no way you could fake this.
Yeah.
Ricky Stark was like, his toe was barely hanging onto the rope.
Yeah, it was
and
brutal.
Brian Danielson was like across the ring, leaned back.
Yeah.
There was no faking it.
Yeah, and then once he got done with that, he started whipping him in the abdomen area.
He whipped him any way he could reach.
Yeah, it was tough to watch.
For you older folks, it puts your mama to shame when she was whipping you.
Oh yeah. But these guys, towards the end of the match, started whipping each other in the face.
Face, neck, ear, shoulder. This whole area was like, it looked like they had extra muscles on top of muscles. It was so bad.
Yeah. And then eventually Brian Danielson started no-selling him.
Yeah.
And then he started kicking that man in the face. Big
Kick,
Bill.
then whip, then kick, then whip.
Yeah. Big Bill got involved. Ricky Steamboat came over, pulled him off the apron, started chopping him. And then Bill was about to, I guess, put him through a table, through the announce table. And that's when Danielson threw Starks into Bill.
Mm-hmm.
And then Brian jumped off the top rope and took them both out. But then back in the ring, Starks gave a massive spear for a near fall to Brian Danielson. And then Brian hit the running knee for a near fall. And then he started hitting him with those brutal stomps and then put him in the label lock.
That was enough.
He wrapped the strap around his neck twice and choked him out. And it was the perfect finish. Ricky Starks passed out.
Didn't tap.
He did not tap out. Yeah.
Refused to tap. His face was purple.
Yeah, they protected Ricky Starks and made him look like a star.
This
In
color.
this match.
This color.
I gave this match 5.5 stars.
I gave 5.25. Again, 0.25 below.
Yeah. So I mean, you need to go watch this match
If you can take
if
it.
you can take it. Yeah.
It was rough to watch.
Yeah, but it was the match of the night. It was fantastic. Afterwards was Shibata and Kingston versus Claudio and Yuta, and again, really good match. Really good match. Claudio and Kingston, of course, had their little brawling outside the ring. Shibata. I remember when Shibata had Yuta in that submission hold, Claudio got in.
It just uppercutted him.
And
over and over again.
uppercutted him.
And he was just standing there.
Yeah, Shibata took it like a champ, and then eventually Claudio uppercutted him one more time. He fell backwards.
No. Before this, Claudio ran for the big boot. And he caught the big boot and put him in an ankle lock.
Oh, yeah.
While having Yuta in the other hold.
That's right.
Then Claudio got out, uppercutted him down, and he like fell backwards.
And it made the submission hold even more brutal for Yuta.
Yeah.
And Claudio casually just got out of the ring.
Yeah, just walked right past it, just got out.
He was just like, he'll get out of it.
I did my part.
It was kind of like cattle mutilation. Is almost what
Without
it was like. Without the bridge, you grabbed him. Yeah. And then Yuta hit a beautiful German suplex with the bridge in this match. But eventually, I called it. Claudio hit Eddie Kingston with an uppercut. Got the 1-2-3. I imagine that's going to set up a one-on-one match later on between Claudio and Eddie Kingston. I gave this match also 4 stars.
I gave it 3.25.
How much?
3.25.
3.25?
Yeah.
That's fair. I thought this was a good match, and also the story within it between Eddie and Claudio.
Now the Eddie and Claudio match, that's going to be like
That's going to be good, yeah.
it's 4.5.
Yeah, that's going to be good. After this match was another banger, Kenny Omega
Banger.
versus Takeshita,
After banger.
and this was good. This was really good. I'm talking about pretty much immediately Takeshita dropped Omega on his head.
Yeah.
At one point, Takeshita hit a springboard swanton to the outside onto the stack of chairs.
This was a very hard-hitting match.
Yeah. And I'm just going to say this. In my opinion, it's okay to disagree, because I'm not saying that what I'm saying is the gospel. It's not absolute truth. But in my personal opinion, Takeshita has the most beautiful Blue Thunder Bomb I have ever seen. And he hit Kenny with a beautiful Blue Thunder Bomb, which Kenny kicked out of it too, of course, because the Blue Thunder Bomb never finishes anybody.
But you thought it did earlier.
Yeah, no, I really did. And then Kenny hit a beautiful Snapdragon. I think he has probably the most beautiful Snapdragon.
He hit two of them in a row.
Yeah, and then he hit a beautiful reverse Rana. And again, beautiful.
These are two of the best.
Oh, most definitely. And then Kenny hit that middle drop kick to the back of Takeshita. That looked pretty rough. But then Takeshita caught Kenny with a clothesline. Kenny hit that power bomb and then followed up with the V-trigger. That looked stiff.
And after this point, it was pretty much V-trigger from both people.
Yeah.
Over and over again.
Yeah, and then Takeshita hit that kind of similar to the match earlier, but that Unity, he hit a German suplex with a bridge, and it was beautiful. Pretty sure Kenny Omega attempted murder by going for the one-winged angel
Off the top rope.
off the top rope. But speaking of attempting murder, that's when Don Callis brought the screwdriver in and tried to drive it through Kenny's head. Thankfully, Kenny moved though. But then that's when I'm pretty sure. Well, I think it was before that Takeshita hit the Blue Thunder Bomb off the top rope.
Maybe.
It was like off the top rope, wasn't it?
No, it was out of the corner. I think Kenny was jumping off the top rope or something. He came up and did it.
I got
But
you.
they weren't on the top rope.
I got you. But then Takeshita followed up with a V-trigger after that and almost won. And that's when Don Callis brought the screwdriver in.
And actually, the screwdriver never got used.
Right.
Surprisingly.
Because what was it? It was Kenny went for the one-winged angel.
And the referee grabbed the...
Takeshita went to use it, but the referee grabbed it and threw it. So Takeshita countered the one-winged angel.
The roll-up.
Right. But Takeshita hit a knee, another knee.
They pulled the knee pad down.
He exposed his knee by pulling the knee pad down, hit another knee, and he pinned Kenny Omega.
But Kenny Omega still kicked out at 4.
At 4. But it was, I mean, sure, there was some shenanigans a little bit.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it was clean. It was a clean. I mean, it was a clean
nice match.
Yeah. And I gave it 5 stars.
4.5.
I thought it was good. I thought it was a really good match. Of course, Kenny Omega lived up to his nickname, the best bout machine. Honestly, I think Takeshita is going to be a big star.
The next Kenny Omega.
He's good.
Yep.
He's really good. I like him. And I think pairing him up with Don Callis was perfect to build him up as one of the major heels in the company, because everybody hates Don Callis.
Yeah.
So now they want to hate Takeshita.
So just being there.
For being with Don Callis. So this was good. And
Don Callis gets the dominant Mysterio treatment.
Yeah. But Takeshita, man, he's so good. Kenny is so good. This match was really good. You should go check it out. It was fantastic. And I think this was a good way to establish the fact that you're building up your next star.
Yeah.
You know. So, but with that being said, next was Bullet Club Gold, Bang Bang Gang, and they were taking on the
Young Bucks and FTR.
The Young Bucks and the Young Bucks and FTR. Yeah, I don't know. In my notes, I put the Elite and the Bucks. Dude, I'm tired.
We started streaming at 5:50.
Yeah.
It is now after midnight. It's 12:40.
It's almost 1.
Yeah.
But of course, they told the story of FTR and the Bucks. Can they coexist?
And they can. Beautifully.
I remember, it was pretty much at the beginning that all men just kind of got in the ring and started scrapping.
Yeah.
And then I remember there was a spot where, was it FTR and the Bucks that put all 4 members of Bullet Club Gold in submissions? they were all like in the center of the ring. I think
so.
they were all in sharpshooter or something like that.
Yeah.
So that was a nice spot.
And then they FTR Young Bucks started. They kind of mixed match. It was hitting each other's moves together.
Yeah.
Like one member of Young Bucks, one member of FTR would hit the Shatter Machine, and then the
BT Trigger.
Yeah, it was. And then at one point it was not the Meltzer driver, it's the other Tombstone and dive they do.
And then they did that one spot where Dax hit the suplex off the top rope.
And all three members of his team splash and elbow off the top rope.
It was
Bullet Club Gold put all the members on the top rope. But they all got free. Dax suplex, I forgot who it was, into the middle. The Cash jumped off of the splash. One of the Bucks hit an elbow.
It was Matt hit an elbow,
and then
Nick hit like a 450. 450, and then I just want to add this in. I'm convinced that Nick Jackson has the best hot tag in the business today, period.
I wouldn't be mad if they teamed up with me, honestly.
I wouldn't either. I would like to see it. Yeah, I think they work really good together.
Surprisingly.
But and like you said, there was a couple times that they hit each other, they helped each other with their finishing moves. But Bullet Club Gold got the win after Switchblade Jay White hit the Blade Runner, Fuller 1, 2, 3, and I gave this match 4.25.
4.5. I got one higher than you. Yay! I enjoyed it more than you did.
Yeah,
and that's surprising considering you're a Bullet Club fan. Get the shirt
and the Elite. I'm a fan of the Elite.
Exactly.
But then, guys, it was main event time. It was freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy taking on Jon Moxley for the AEW International Championship, and I thought this was once again a fantastic match.
It wasn't the best match on the card, but it was up there.
It was second or third.
Yeah. The tag team match might have been better. It was close.
Yeah. The orange one got busted open. Orange juice started coming out of his head really quick.
It was red for some reason.
Yeah, I think it was dying.
Blood orange.
It was a blood orange.
Yeah. He was, as JR would say, he was bleeding like a stuffed pig. And Mox, I remember, started biting his cut.
Yes.
And that was something. And then Moxley mocked Orange Cassidy by putting his hands in his pockets.
If they don't have pockets.
Yeah.
They were just in his pants.
Yeah.
He was enjoying himself a little too much.
And then Orange bit Moxley in the forehead.
But Moxley didn't bleed.
Yeah. Surprisingly, Moxley didn't bleed at all in this match.
Somehow.
I think he saw I think he saw Bryan Danielson's match and was like, "Yeah, I'll let you have it tonight."
You can bleed tonight. It's fine.
Yeah, which was funny. During Moxley's entrance, Bryan Danielson had a wrap over his head.
Yeah.
That was funny. But yeah, and then I remember Orange Cassidy hit a couple of DDTs kind of back to back on Moxley right after biting him. So I thought for sure Moxley was about to get busted open. But he didn't. Moxley, I remember, hit a really nice Gotch-style pile driver.
And then went to the outside.
Yeah.
Exposed concrete.
Yep, he exposed the floor. But it was actually Moxley was it Moxley that got put into the concrete?
Yeah. He went for the pile driver again, but Orange Cassidy reversed it to, I think they call it the beach something.
I don't remember.
It's the white noise.
Yeah, pretty much the white noise, the same as his.
Onto the concrete.
Yeah. And then got drop kicked into the steel steps. But Moxley got back in the ring at 9.999, of course. And then I remember Orange. This was interesting. Orange Cassidy.
He hit a lot of orange punches.
Yeah, he hit
2, 3 in a row.
He hit 2 in a row.
Went for a third.
And then he went for a third, but Moxley hit him with the cutter. But then out of nowhere, he hit another orange punch, and then
ran past Mox, ran past him again, and hit him with a spear. Kind of reminiscent of someone else we know. And of course, Moxley kicked out at 2.
Moxley kicked out at 2. And then Orange hit his usual hands in pockets.
But this time, he got a little rough.
He started kicking for real. And he got hit by Moxley with the Death Rider, or the Paradigm Shift, whatever you want to call it, for a very near fall. And then Mox hit another Death Rider for the 1-2-3.
But in between the Death Riders, Orange Cassidy got up, looked at Mox, and flipped Mox off.
That's right. Yep.
And then he got hit with I think they called it an elevated Death Rider because he lifted him up higher or something.
Moxley is the new AEW International Champion. Who did you have winning that match? Moxley?
Yep.
I had Orange Cassidy winning.
But you still won the predictions for the show.
I did still win the predictions.
You get both cards this weekend.
Yeah.
Fun for me.
I gave this match 5.25 stars.
Gave 5.
I thought it was really good. Orange Cassidy got a standing ovation at the end of the show.
They kind of let the Combat Club come out and carry Moxley off, and then Orange Cassidy was still laying in the ring, and he got a standing ovation.
Yep. So I felt like that was a good way to end the show, because you're still putting over the fact that Orange Cassidy is genuinely tough.
It took a lot.
It took a lot to beat him, but at the same time, you kind of transitioned champions, and I don't mean this in a discrediting kind of way, but John Moxley is a much more, I don't know really how to say it.
Heroes need titles more than baby faces do.
Yeah.
Because the faces are better when they're chasing the title.
Right.
That's what you're trying to say, in other words.
That's a good way of saying it. But I thought this was a really good match. I thought this was a really good pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Especially considering the fact that it's only 1 week after the last pay-per-view, All In.
And considering the fact they had to change so much a day after they fired CM Punk.
Yeah, because me and Robert was talking about this. I'm pretty sure the main event that was planned for All Out was going to be CM Punk and Ricky Starks.
Yeah, I think so too.
But I do think that it probably ended up being a better match between Brian Danielson and Ricky Starks.
Yes. I'm not mad at all.
Yeah, I'm not disappointed at all. I thought this was a fantastic match. I thought that was a fantastic match. I thought this was a fantastic show. I give the show all around, I give it 4.5.
4.75.
Fair enough. I thought it was really good. And then they announced, I think, is it October 1st that Wrestle Dream?
I
don't remember either. But I know it All In at the post-match press conference is when they announced that they were going to be doing a new pay-per-view called Wrestle Dream.
Tonight's when they announced when it was going to be, and we don't remember.
Yeah, I think it's October 1st, but it's in honor of Antonio Inoki, which is the founder of New Japan Pro Wrestling, and literally probably one of the most, if not the most, influential person for professional wrestling ever.
The maker of Strong Style.
The creator of Strong Style literally pretty much created MMA, because of his match with Muhammad Ali. Wrestled in front of 200,000 people. I think that was against Ric Flair.
That was the match in Korea, wasn't it?
In Korea, yeah. Which also at the time, I'm pretty sure, solved a war. It prevented two countries from going to war.
And they don't recognize that, but that was the largest wrestling crowd ever.
Period, ever. So,
and probably won't beat that for a while.
Yeah.
Especially thanks to television.
Yeah. So, Antonio Inoki is probably the biggest legend in wrestling. He may not be the most popular, but he's probably done more for wrestling than anybody ever, period.
Go look him up. I didn't know anything about him until Josh told me.
Yeah.
Josh showed me videos.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Fantastic. And I think it's really cool that he's getting his flowers.
You know those Chuck Norris stories you hear? Yeah.
They're real, but they're about Antonio Inoki. So we'll be doing that as a live stream whenever it happens. I think it's October 1st, so we'll keep you updated with that.
Are we live streaming No Mercy?
When is it? We might.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll keep y'all in the loop. But guys, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Share this with your friends. I'm serious. Share it with your friends. Go check out our merchandise. Share that with your friends. Like, if you are passionate about listen, here's the thing. You share what you're passionate about, right? Like,
that's why we do this.
That's why we do this.
We love wrestling.
We're passionate about wrestling. So we want to share everything wrestling with you guys. And I believe that if you guys are passionate about pro wrestling, you'll share it with your friends. If you like our content, let us know that you like our content by liking, sharing, and subscribing.
And you hate our content, tell us what we can do better.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
We're serious.
Let us know.
We'll fix.
That way we can do better. That way
you'll enjoy it more.
You'll enjoy it more. And yeah, I mean, look, guys, we're here to have fun. And we're here to
entertain you guys.
Entertain you, yeah. So,
are you not entertained?
This is sports entertainment.
Without the sports.
Without the sports. So yeah, guys, we love you. Thank you for your love and support. If you tune in to our live stream, make sure you continue to tune in. That'd be really nice. Because we get a lot of views on our live stream that we don't get on our other videos. So hopefully you guys start coming back.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, until next time, Bitter Rose Wrestling is out.